What up? Makayla. Yay! We did it! Stoked.
Hi.
Hey, I have a student in here. What up, Abel? Linton Creations, I appreciate you guys. Goodness, I'm still trying to arrange my phone. Hold on. All right. Hi.
Hi. Can you hear me good?
Yes. And it's probably gonna waver a little bit because what part of Arkansas are you from?
Uh,
Okay.
I completely forgot for a second. I'm in Conway right now.
Oh, and are you guys having decent weather?
No, it's raining.
Ugh. I don't think I ever had decent weather. There was either humid, ice storms, cold, hot as heck. Hey, Don.
All in a week, too.
Yeah, all on the same day. I know. Whew,
Basically.
that state's crazy, man. Hold on.
Hmm.
Good grief. Hi, guys. I'm trying to wave like I'm. I really am. Wave, wave, wave. Can you see the way the comments work? I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to stay on top of it.
okay.
Waving, waving, waving. I'm trying. Hi, guys. Abel. I have one of my students in here. It's cool.
I got
Appreciate you guys.
I got my whole family on here.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah,
Sweet. Hi, family. I love it. That's dope. Did you have to go to school today?
I did. Yep.
Ooh, we're gonna get into that in a minute. I'm so excited. Girl, I am so excited about this one. For one, I love AWOL. I told you a little bit about the story about how I came across that, and we'll get into it in a little bit, but I'm just kind of waiting for people to come through. I did the 1 minute or live now on my other page to kind of guide them over. And then someone else just ended, so that's why I was trying to wait, so I didn't like interfere with other people's lives. Good grief. I love it. Oh, yeah. Waving. Hi, guys. You guys are awesome. Goodness. All right. So let me just kind of explain what the heck we're doing. Welding Women Syndicate has kind of evolved from what it was originally. I saw a meme and I had messaged one of my girlfriends. It's Eliza. And I was like, this is pretty cool. And she's like, well, why don't we do this? And I go, why don't we? And it was something to the effect of having like a girl gang, a group, like a support group for just women who weld. And so we began with, interviews and talking to women. And it seems like, I don't know if just the way the algorithm works on Instagram, but I have seen more people doing it and it's super awesome. Like Dawn at Soko Hats, huge support, love this woman. But we really just need like a better support group for women who weld because it is not easy, correct?
Agreed.
Yeah. And then, okay, so here's the weird way that I came across yours. I had an interview and we were talking about women in the welding industry and marketing them. And AWA had your face on one of their ads that were going through their Instagram. And I was like, I sent them a message like kudos. Like I love to see that. It's one of the best schools I've ever seen. When I did the interview with them, when I did the walkthrough, I was super impressed. Like the people are very supportive. T-Bird is super dope and they have their shit together, And so it was just so nice to see a woman finally at that school. And I was like, I got to know her. And then you're in my DM. And so it was like fate. So I wanted to say a little bit about the school. I know, even when I was going to college, my instructors, they would have said they wanted to go to that college. Instructors, I'm an instructor. I want to go to that college. You know what I mean? So, and it's an academy. It's Arkansas Elite Welding Academy is a school that we're talking about, you guys, and she attends this. And so it was just nice to finally see a woman on the ad. So kudos to that. Um, I like to thank you. We're going to get a little bit into the why, like I'm looking at notes right now. So why? No. We're going to even go further back than that. What made you even think about getting into welding before you even got into the school? What is your background?
Has nothing to do with welding.
Let's hear it.
Um, well, I went to college and I was trying to go to school to be an OTA.
Okay.
And when that did not work out for me, I was talking to my brother and he was like, which he had mentioned it like a few years ago that I should do welding. And I was like, I don't know that I could do that. And he was like, yeah, you could. And so he brought it up again. He was like, you should go to welding school. He was like, there's a good one in Quitman, and there's a few in Arkansas, but he was like, go to the Quitman one. You'll learn a lot. I guess he works in construction, so I guess he knew guys that come out of other welding schools, and
Yeah.
he was like, go to Quitman. You'll learn, and you'll actually be come out of there and know how to weld. He was like, there's some schools that they don't know how to weld when they get out.
Yeah.
And so I looked into it and I was like, okay. So I went and toured the school, and T-Bird was awesome, of
How
course.
much energy does that dude have? Like, you have to like drink a Red Bull when you go and do the walkthrough with him because he's just like going, going, going. Like, I love his energy.
Yeah. Hold on. My son's knocking at the door.
Uh
Go in.
oh.
But yeah, T-Bird has a lot of energy. That's for sure. I was just like, oh my gosh. But he was very awesome with the tour and everything and explaining how their school works. And
Hey, Beto.
they don't put up with anything. They don't put their name. They don't want their name on people that are not going to be serious and um, aren't going to. They don't want their name destroyed. So that's
Sure.
cool. I thought to go to just because of his rules and uh, you know their I don't know, just everything about them. The fact that they have the lifetime job placement and lifetime brush ups. You can always go back and brush up before you take a test.
Yes.
That was really cool.
Now, okay, so you're talking about this. Could we go through a day in the life of your program? What program are you going through right now?
I'm in the structural program right now.
Okay, so when you said you went today,
Uh-huh.
can we just walk through what your day is like, please? You know why? I love this school. I want so many people just to be so thrilled with it. They don't understand it's just a welding school. No, 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 no. I went to college. I have a welding tech degree. I have been in the field for 10 years. Like, I have friends that have schools. This school, the little tiny school out of Arkansas, is like one of the best I have seen, okay? And on top of it, they show like what their students are making when they leave the job. They're not just like, oh yeah, they're great. No, 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 no. They have the evidence to support it. Like, this
Yep.
is just the top of the echelon like type school. It's the best. So
They
can you just talk about, so when you get there, what are we doing?
so when I get there, we go in and we grab our paper. We have a production paper that we have,
Yeah.
um, and we fill it out. And then we wait around for 8 o'clock on the dot. 8 o'clock on the dot. They start roll call, and if you're not there, you're late. And if you're late, they knock off 2.5 hours from your time. And they do the roll call, which is really
Now,
fun.
what does that mean? Is that weld time? Like, how does it work?
Um, well, just your overall hours. Um, so if you're late, they'll knock it off your time total. So you'll have to make it up on Fridays. Fridays are make up day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Good. So like a
Yeah.
real job.
Yeah, and that's what they want it to be like. They want to make sure that we're there on time, just like a real job.
Yeah.
Uh, cool. So we have our morning safety meetings, um, which from what I understand, is like a real job.
Yes,
That's what they say, anyways. Um,
it is. It's a thing.
and then they tell us to go to work, and we go. And um, depending on if I have plates cut already, and if I don't, then I'll go cut plates to get started for the day and grind them down and start welding.
Yeah.
And if we need help, there's a board, and we can put our booth number and our name, and we put the time. And the reason they want the time is because they keep track of everything, and they want to make sure that they are on a. I just got a text saying I need to stop saying they
Gotta love your friends and family.
yeah,
I love it.
they track everything, and so said it
Oh, you
again.
said it again. Don't worry about it.
But
They're just
they
making fun of you.
they want a a 2-minute wait time tops for every student. So they keep track of it to know they have a 1 to 10 student ratio.
Oh, wow.
So they want to make sure they have instructors out on the floor if they need help. They have not microphones, but little walkie talkies, and they'll be like, "We need help on the floor if it gets 4 deep or something." So it's really cool if you ever need help. And so we weld, and today I worked on passing my horizontal flux core.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a struggle today. That was a struggle. I kept undercutting the top one, and I was like, man, I'm so done. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And,
Hold
I
on,
get,
hold on. Let me tell my student this right now. You hear that? She's struggling too. It's no big deal, you guys. A little bit of give yourself some grace when you're struggling with something new. It's okay. We know you are not a professional when you start out, okay?
yes. And they were like, that, they'll come in and they'll help me out. And I'm like, okay, I think I got it. And, I might run one more. And they're like, well, it looks good. You're getting there, but one more. And I'm like, man. So something grown over this time is hearing one more. But I know it's making me better. So, you know,
Nice. So
yeah.
you're on Flux Core right now. What do they certify you in? Do they certify you? I don't know how the school works as far as
I
certifications.
value. I'm not sure what I'll leave certified in. I know we do stick and MIG and flux core. So I'm
And
not
that's for the structural program?
really. Yeah,
Cool. Have you gone into vertical up yet? It's your favorite, huh?
it is. No, not
Mine too. We love it.
so
Love it. That's
much.
awesome. I love that, dude.
Yeah.
So are you going to school right now with any other women?
Uh-huh. We have one in there. She started 2 or 3 weeks after me. She's 18, so she's a baby, and she did welding in high school, so she knows, a little bit. She knew a little bit coming into the school.
Now, in Arkansas, if I remember right, a lot of the high schools have the ag classes.
Hmm.
So it's kind of common for a lot of the younger students that come through into the new trade schools to already have welding background.
Right.
They introduce them. I mean, a lot of people out there, at least where I was living, I was just south of Fort Smith. Everybody has a ranch, everybody has a farm, so everybody has to weld. And like they're
Yeah.
welding at like 5, 6, 7 years old, you know? It's amazing to me.
I'll do this. And they're like, yeah, like, on the farm. And
Yeah.
of course, talking about, farm welds don't really have to hold that long, a couple years. And so I thought that was cool because I had no clue. Didn't even know what some of the tools were called, which I'll have to tell you about that later whenever we get into a different topic. But yeah, I had no.
I want to hear it now. Okay, let's hear it. You just teased me on it. Tell me. Let's hear it.
Oh, so um, the other day, my instructor Travis Falk, he said, "Hand me a crescent wrench," and I looked at him and I was like the rolly thing. And
I love it.
and so I handed it to him and I was like, "Is this the rolly wrench?" And so now, which everybody in the school knows now, it is the rolly wrench. And
I love it. They evolved for you. I love it.
yeah, so he's told everybody that story, and everybody knows about it. So now we have different names for tools, and um, the file is a hand grinder. Like
I love
just
it.
all the tools have little names now.
I
So
like it. Now, as far as like, there's just the two of you. So there's 10 students on the floor, and two of them are women. How are your classmates with you as a woman?
honestly, they're really good. I haven't ran into any problems that I've had personally. Um, they're all kind of like I'm older than most of them, which we just had some start that were a little bit older than me. Um, well, a couple that are older than me, but as far as like the majority of them, I'm like their big sister, which they're all bigger than me, but um, you know, we just goof off and have fun, just just like anybody else, and which I really like that they don't treat me different. Um, they're respectful, you know.
Yeah,
They're not like they would be with each other, but you know, they treat me like I'm one of them, and they goof off with me, and they don't think anything different just because I'm a woman, which is awesome.
I agree. I'm trying to scroll through the comments without like turning this off. I have
Um,
man hands, you guys. Sorry. Oh, let's see. Dawn said it's fate. Denitha, is that one of your friends and fam? That's what?
that's my mom.
Hey, Mom. She said they're very proud of you. Now, did any of your family ever were they welders?
No, no,
So,
my dad's welding machine. I don't really know if he knows what to do on it. Now that I know, he's already got projects for me.
Oh, I love that. Awesome. Missy said school is for making the mistakes and learning. You rock. Yeah, we're gonna teach you what that rolly thing is all day, man.
Yeah, instructor Saki, he said, "Don't go on a job and do that." And I said, "Y'all are always saying now's the time to get it out." So I was like, "I just got to get it out." Apparently,
Right. Well, and I imagine there hasn't been that many women that come through this school, so they're probably like, it's a learning curve for them as well. Like, really, like, and it's nice that they're very sweet with you, though. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't know what it is. That's what you're there for, is to learn something new. So it's cool that they're very respectful with you.
they are. Yeah,
I love that. Hold on. I'm trying to like not erase everything here. Okay, let me look at this for. So if you guys have any questions about her going to Arkansas Elite Welding Academy, this is the time to like send them through. Um, Now, as far as the program, do they have financing or resources for grants or anything like that for the structural program?
they have resources for grants, but they don't do the financing. Well, they do have financing, I guess, but they don't have like what we were talking about it on the phone. Um,
Girl, I'm old. You're you're gonna have to remember that part.
you know, they don't have financial aid. That's what I.
Okay, right, right,
But yeah,
right.
they have financing. They're I know Hannah, which is the other girl. She got there on a scholarship. Her scholarship paid for most of her schooling.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then there was a few other people that had grants. Uh, you know, for working on farms and stuff like
I
that.
was gonna say, isn't there some type of like workforce grant through Arkansas that you could go through?
Hmm.
I believe if I remember that, I couldn't get it. I tried, man. I tried for a year to get into that school, and then I ended up coming out here. I still want to go to that school. Sorry, Scott. It's either his school or the school in Houston with Scott Precision Welding. I don't know. They're both good, but AWA that has a little, oh, like a soft spot in my heart because they are just so good with them.
Yeah, yeah, I really liked school. I'm glad.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I have a question. Let me see. Let me see. I just saw it. Dang you guys. It says, oh, Missy says she calls an owl an ice pack or a stabber tool. I like a stabber tool. Oh, Abel said, what's your weld certification test? Oh, yeah. Like, how big is your metal? What are you testing at? Like, when they test you out, what is it?
So I think it's called like a D1 something.
1.1?
Okay, there.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. I haven't gotten that far, so I have no clue. I
Oh,
mean,
how long have you been going to the school?
September 15th when I started.
So really, I like when we were talking, well, no, like we had just come across each other when you were new into the school.
Mhm.
Oh, wow, that is so neat. They're paying attention. I like it. I like it a lot.
They are.
Um,
They. I had a student come in the booth and was like, "Harp needs me to get a video of you and Hannah welding because he said that y'all get a lot of views on social media."
yes. Yeah, because you know what? Women are interested and there's still such a taboo about it. And if you don't open the doors to show like, we're just doing something new. It's not like it shouldn't be scary. There's women doing it and they're very supportive, like, come on in, girl, it's no big deal. What was it that we were talking about? Remember when we had the conversation the other day and we were talking about how we came across each other? What did you tell them as far as marketing was
Um,
concerned?
So Harp had come in my office, and I don't know if he's over the Instagram or all of the social media. I'm not sure, because I know a lot of instructors take pictures of
Yeah.
students. But Harp had come in my booth, and he was helping me. And so I was like, man, I said, y'all need to post more pictures of women welders when they come through. I said, because whenever I was looking through everything and trying to go figure out if I wanted to go to school, not seeing women, like, that was very discouraging.
Right.
And it was like that week or the next week, he had posted a picture of me welding, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then it was, I think, that next week that he posted that video, and then we got in contact with each other.
Bam, you are here right now. And I appreciate it. It's so crazy the way the algorithm works. It's just, I believe in perfect timing. So it was just super perfect timing because I'm always following them. I love that school and I try to post up if they have any type of, you know, contest or competitions or just if I see a woman period in welding, I'm trying to post it up. I love it. I just want people to see it. But
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Oh, Bill said, how long is the entire course?
So it's 10.5 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to graduate December 7th.
Oh, nice. Coming up, girl.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then what do you have planned for afterwards?
So I'm not sure on that. So before you graduate, you have to do job placement,
Hmm.
and so they do your resume. They have to call people, and they help you try to get a job
Yeah.
before you've graduated. So um, I'm not sure what I'll do,
Hmm.
but
And you're in the Conway area?
mhm.
Did you follow that one guy I was telling you about? Okay. I'm gonna keep my eyes open too, because there's a bunch of people. I'm trying to think of how far, like if it's in the Boonville area, that's still, oh my gosh, I think it's still an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Is that right?
Mm.
Do you know where Boonville is?
No, not on a map. I know where it's at. I know the town, but I couldn't tell you how far or
I,
which
I
way.
want to say it's an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, if I remember right. I forget. It's been a year now. I have awful memory, but I'm trying to think of like like everybody in the vicinity of that area right now, who people I can like send you to their pages, like, hey, what do you got going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Also, like what I tell my students, go to your local like welding supply or your gas or anywhere that has welding tools and just ask them like what companies do you supply to? Who are your clients? If they'll give you that information, you can work your way. You're a woman, smile, and they're gonna tell you. And then just go to those companies and say, how can I get my foot in here?
Yeah.
Also, you said your brother has friends in construction, correct?
Yeah.
Pipe welding. I know we talked about this. So you have a little one, correct?
I do. Who's knocking on the door again?
Oh, oh, poor baby.
Let me in. Oh no, he's fine. He's watching cartoons.
Oh. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
Mom.
he's fine.
Oh, how cute. But yeah, like talk to them. Just talk to a whole bunch of people. And I don't know as far as what your school offers, but man, that's a very cool deal. And they have lifetime placement.
Hmm.
So if something doesn't work out, you can come back. Do they offer you the opportunity to come back and brush up on welding if you've been stagnant for a moment?
Hmm. Yep,
Oh,
it's
that,
awesome. I think.
yes, I love that program. I love that program. And that's not even the same place where I took the tour. That they're in Quitman now.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
they're
it's a bigger, better building if I remember right.
it is. Yes, and which I was just looking at their website. So they've updated their website, and they have so many more pictures now on their website. They have videos that'll take you to YouTube, and I have T-Bird talking and explaining stuff. So if anybody has any kind of,
Yeah.
or if there's
We'll
two,
link the school afterwards. We'll put the website on there for people who are interested in the area
yeah,
because not even just Arkansas. I'm in California and I want to go. So if you're looking for a really good welding program, I was even telling my students about it. Like, come on, like go over there, dude. It's so good.
yeah, there are people from Kansas, Utah, Indiana. I think we have one from Alaska.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everywhere, Oklahoma. Yeah,
That
so
is so cool.
it's really cool.
Um, Missy is in Canada and she said, what is your biggest concern as you get ready to start your career?
Um, my biggest concern is doing a good job, like knowing what to do when I get there.
Hmm.
Because they help you with what tools you need and which, like, um, your 7018s, like they tell you to use, an eighth inch, or yeah, the eighth
8 inch, yes. Yeah, you're on it. You got it.
too. And so they tell you, and so that's kind of like what I'm worried about. It's getting out there and like actually knowing what to do and what to use.
You'll
So
have a job spec though. They'll tell you what they want you to do. You won't have to necessarily. I highly doubt that you're going to just be thrown out onto your own. You'll probably be under somebody or as an apprentice or a helper. So they will tell you, there no one wants to have any bad weld or some poor work going out. So I think don't worry about that part. And then also Missy Welds, myself, Eliza, anyone coming through the syndicate now, you can come to us. Like, please feel free. And that's the whole point of like building up the syndicate of women is so we can go to each other like, hey, 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 I have a test or I have a job. What should I do? What should I bring? How should I wear? You know, uh, what tools should I have on me? That's what this whole point is. So we could support you because there's just not enough support for women. You know what I mean?
right. Hmm.
So
I know. I think what you're doing is awesome.
I appreciate that. I didn't have it. I didn't have it myself when I was going through college. I was one of two women who were going through, and only three of us, no, 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 two I have worked with in the past 10 years, and I've gone through structural, automotive, school, all different niches, and only two women. I taught one and I worked with one.
That's
So there's
I,
not a very big circle until I joined social media and started becoming more active in it, where I was like, oh my God, I love it. I absolutely need the support because you go to a guy and it just feels a little differently, like I don't know. It's just nice to have a sister to talk to be like, hey, hey,
right.
like, should I be wearing boots on the job? Should I go, bring my tools? Always bring your hood everywhere. You know what I mean? Just in my opinion, I just felt like it was I don't know. I wasn't less intimidated, if you will. You know what I mean? Because guys, they just, I don't know. They treat you like you're not supposed to be here. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not going away. I'm not going away. And so I want to give you guys a little bit of that. I may not know everything. I still have a lot to learn, but I definitely am very confident in what I do, and I want to share that with other people who are going through because I certainly didn't have any of that. And I'm grown. Like I'm 41. So I'm kind of like older, a little bit more experienced, and I really don't care what people think. But if I don't know something and I go straight up, I just ask anybody. I don't care. But not everybody is like that.
Yeah.
So I like to offer that too, especially someone new, like the Rolly Wrench. That's dope. I'm actually gonna call it that now because it's super cute.
So
We're
he,
gonna. That's a thing now, man. I don't
yeah.
even care. I love that.
He said, I'm not going to say who did it, but he wrote my name on the board and wrote Rolly Ranch. And he was like, let him take the board. And my face was beat red.
Ah.
But it was funny. Like, my feelings weren't hurt about it at all. It was funny. But
No. Um. So, just talking about women in welding. Who who else are you following as far as like influences? Like people are you following? Who are your influences right now when it comes to women in welding?
well, I've been following Barbie. She was like the
Love
first.
her.
My brother, literally, my brothers told me to follow all these people. So I was like, I have
All right.
no. But he told me to follow Barbie, and
Yes.
is it Canadian Girl Welder?
Who is it?
Is it Canadian Girl Welder? I think.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's the name.
But those were the two that he was like, you need to follow them. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I follow them too.
Barbie's doing awesome stuff, which I think, oh my goodness, Stephanie,
Underwear. What is it? Under. I can't remember her Instagram name, but she's
yeah,
with Lincoln, I think, or something like that, right?
yeah, I think so. But I follow her too, which Saki is the one, instructor Saki. He's the one who, um, told me, he's like, you need to follow her, and he gave me one of her stickers for my hood, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh, Bill is saying a lot of supply houses post job openings. Yes, yes, definitely. It's important. Just go to your local supply, your tractor supply, your Metal supply. I think Conway, that's a bigger town, so you should have metal supply and you should have tractor supply there, right? You can go and just look where the little cards are to see like mobile welding supply. You could see like industrial type businesses. Just grab them all. Like you never know. You never know. It may be relative one day. You just grab all the cards.
Of course. Oh,
Oh, Bill, you are on it, man. He says make up business cards, hand them out to people in the construction industry, weld for them.
okay.
Yes, that's a very good idea. I love that idea. Hey, Devin. He said, you got this. Don't be nervous. Girl, I was nervous just coming on here. So it's normal. It's normal. If you weren't nervous, you would not care about what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, job shadow. That's a good one too. That's what Letty and Rachel do. I love that. Is there someone around there that you could job shadow with?
I'm sure they would have somebody I could be hooked up with for sure. With all the people that they know.
One of my students, he's got jokes. Do you like beveling? They're in certification right now, and it seems like, what are you doing? Beveling. Do you guys hand bevel over there?
No, no.
Oh, okay, next.
We have a machine that does that.
Oh, they're gonna be so mad. Sorry, guys, we don't have a machine. We hand bevel. Yeah,
Oh goodness, we are gonna. I know I'm gonna have to hand bevel for my the D1
yeah.
thing.
Your certification test.
Yes.
So eventually, they're gonna teach you that because it's not fun. Just
Yeah.
no.
No, I can already tell it's not gonna be fun. I've talked to other people that have been doing it. They're like, it's horrible.
No, no, no. It's not horrible, but if you don't necessarily, if you're not used to using a grinder and putting, your degrees on the metal, like it's just going to be foreign. So just learning it and then getting it down, it takes a minute. So it's not. And I just say that because, they're constantly doing, because they're trying to pass a test. So whenever you look, someone's beveling and they're like, I'm like, it's fine. You guys are going to be professional bevelers. And imagine if you're on a job site and there's nothing to do it for you, you're going to know this. It's a skill, you guys.
Yeah, that's for sure because I probably practiced that beforehand.
Oh, I'm sure you will. It's well, it's such a good question. Missy says your peers will help you out. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Yeah, reach out always.
I haven't had any problems with like asking the guys around to, to help me and them not help me or give me sarcastic answers. They're like, if I need help, I'll go to my neighbor and I'll be like, can you help me? And like, we all help each other out, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so I haven't had any problems with like being told, stuff from guys. They're all they're all good about helping me out if I need help. So, which is awesome. Which they,
You are very lucky. I'm just saying it will not always be like that.
right. That's
You're
what
you're
they
very
got
lucky.
before, I started, and everybody got a talking to before Hannah started. So they don't put up with disrespectful men in the school.
That's just respect, period. They're not necessarily calling out men or women. It's just a respect factor, period, at that school, correct?
Right.
Yeah, that school's awesome. I know a few colleges that could use that. Danita said, what a great support system. Y'all are awesome. Well, just trying to help a sister out, man. It's hard enough as a woman in this industry. Why make it more tough on us, you know? There's people who have been through it, and I would like to offer like, hey, you'll be fine. Just like getting onto this, like both of us, what was it, 1 minute before it starts? Oh my God.
Yeah.
My hair is wild. Like, oh my word. So, it happens. If I wasn't nervous, I wouldn't. I think it just kind of shows that I didn't care. I do. I absolutely do. I want to ask the right questions. I want to reach out to somebody. I want you to feel comfortable to reaching out to one of us, like that's the whole point of the syndicate. So, oh, Missy says men love when you ask them questions about how to properly use a tool or tips and tricks. They take that as a sign of respect, and the fact that you can ask is important.
Okay. That's good to know.
Huh. I'm not gonna even comment on that one. Oh, all around metalwork says there are a bunch of us willing to help, even as guys. Yes, that's true. That is very true. Someone, Bellad08, says hi. Stupid Devin. He says, I identify as a woman, so you can ask me. Well, there you go. You have another help right there. Now, Devin, he also does these type of Q&As with he normally he's doing men, but he's gonna have me on soon, right? Right. Wink, wink. Yeah. Oh, look at me. See, all these people are willing to help you, dude. Missy, men or women, we're here to help.
That's
Hey
awesome.
guys. Yeah. Missy is a gangster. He's just a MIG welder. That's okay. You're a welder, period. You have experience, so a welder is a welder, dude. So have you figured out like your niche, what you like so far? Have you done all processes yet? MIG, stick, and flux?
Yeah, okay, so I hated stick at first, and
What?
whenever I switched to FlexCore, I was like, "Oh, this is so awesome!" And then I did MIG and then FlexCore, and then I went back to stick, and I was like, oh, "I love stick."
Me too. Me too.
So yeah, but I guess because stick was like the first thing, and I had so much trouble, and I probably shouldn't be saying this on here, but I didn't even whenever they left the booth, I was like, "Well, how do I start it?" Like, like how do I get it to go? Like I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah, so that's embarrassing, but they
No, no, no. It's not. I'll tell you mine in a minute. I promise you, it's not embarrassing.
uh,
It's not embarrassing. Almost every single one of my students, when they begin, if they have had zero experience, we all start them with SMAL, and they stick. And I tell them it's called stick welding. I'm just saying, and it sticks. And they're like, "What the heck?" Okay, so here's a little story about me. When I started college, I they teach you stick welding first, and I had already been MIG welding for 6 years, so no big deal. But when you know how to weld in one process and you learn another, it is like jumping. And I have no idea. It was like the most foreign thing. I felt like so awkward, like an octopus. Like I didn't know what to do. I couldn't get the rod to like light, and I didn't. Whew, girl. At one point, I was like stamping my feet, and I threw the rod like fuck this. And my teacher looked at me and he was like, "You okay?" And I go, "No." And I was so pissed. Like, I think it was like 12 times before I could actually get it to light. And he's all, "Are you having a grown woman tantrum?" Yes. And I like walked away outside and I came back and I was like, this is some bullshit. Like,
right.
you don't think about, I didn't even know what stick welding was until I went to college. We never used that in the shop here in California. It was just MIG welding and TIG welding. So when I learned stick welding, I was like, what is this thing and with this thing and what's going on here? It's completely different. So no, it's not embarrassing. It's just new.
I had one of the instructors the other day come in my booth, and he was like, "Looks like an Indian's been in here," because I had arrows sticking off my plate. Not arrows, but rods. And
Right.
mad because they wouldn't come off, and so I would just bend them backwards or bend them up, and they keep welding. But yeah, they were like, "I think an Indian's been in here shooting some arrows," and I was like, "Oh my god,
Awful. It's so awful.
it is." But I do love it a lot better than Meg or FlexCore for sure.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I guess just because I feel like I have more control. Like I don't know, like I'm doing something other than just shooting the gun and going across, which I know it's not because I've having trouble with FlexCore today, but I don't know. I like it better.
What are you having trouble with?
I kept undercutting the top.
Okay.
It was my last bead every time. And I was like, oh my God, I just want to pass.
And you're on horizontal?
I just passed horizontal today and I bent my straps and passed my test. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Do they bend the straps for you or do you have to do that?
No, they bend them. I
Oh,
think
nice.
their favorite thing to do because everybody's so, nervous get before they bend them and like freaking out, hoping that they're not going to bust. And So I think they take them and they like act like, there's a mistake on it or something. And
You see, I'm not the only one that does it, guys. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's funny. So do you have to finish out your test straps too? Because we cut them on the bandsaw. We finish them with the flap disc, and then we go and bend them. Do you have to do all that stuff yourself?
mhm.
Do you have to cut it with a torch?
Yeah, we use a torch and we cut them out and
Nice.
clean them up. And when they're cleaned up, and Saki explained to us that, your straps are um, like your business card.
Yeah.
They need to be cleaned up good. And so that's like one thing that I spend a lot of time doing is cleaning up my straps. Because
Yeah.
I took him some the other day and he was like, "This is not how I taught you how to do it." He was like, "These are your business cards." So
Yeah.
we had to redo it, and he's like, "You're being lazy." I was like, "No, I really thought I really thought I did it." So now I'm like extra careful.
What is it that you did or did not do?
I didn't grind it down enough, and I had the edges rounded, but it just he went back over it and showed me. Um, it was, I think, my cap. I was doing my root.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was doing my root, and so I was grinding my cap off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I grind the root all the way down because I left the little lines on the back like we're supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't grind it. I should have grinded it more and just left a little bit of line. So just a
It's all
little,
right.
yeah, it was fine.
And
But
did you pass that one?
I did.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. You know what? I still, well, I think I still have them. My house did burn down. I'm pretty sure I still have my test straps from college.
Really?
Yeah.
See, we
Yeah.
he was like, "You should make something out of them," but I don't know what I could make out of them. I'm not very creative when it comes to making stuff.
Paperweight. I have paperweight. Like, there's one right here. I just have random pieces of metal. I don't care, man. I like to show. I had like I have had like awards and crap. I just make crap out of it just so I could show people like, hey, check this out. Check this out. Hey, you work hard for it. You might as well show
Yeah,
it off. It could
yeah.
be abstract art. I love it. Oh, look at my student. Lucky. They have a bigger school, Abel, okay?
do. We do bigger school.
Shelby's Spiral. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
She said, "Oh my God, I want to be on here someday with you. You are so inspiring. Keep kicking ass." Hey, thank you. Hand bevel for the win. Yep. You see that? Hand bevel. Beveling is oof. Yes. Yeah, yeah. We love beveling. We do. It's not horrible, but it's interesting. Missy Weld says, "Can you not oxycut then bevel?" We don't oxycut in our class. We don't necessarily have the equipment to do that with so many students. Hand bevel, yes. See, everybody's with the hand beveling. You are spoiled, girl.
That's good to know.
We had a track torch because there was so many students in my class. It was, yeah, there was so many. So we had a track torch.
Yeah,
So,
that's
but we had to we torch cut our straps, and we finished them, and then they took their time with bending them, which sucked because they teased us too.
yeah. And it's Falk, our instructor Falk. He likes to break hearts, and I think they have.
Right.
I think it's on Instagram, a picture of him and like a bunch of students gathered around the machine, and it says something about like instructor Falk breaking hearts, and so he likes to check those straps to make sure that they're good.
Good.
Yeah.
Letty says to ask all the questions. It's very important, especially when you're in school. Anytime, period. Like, who cares where you're at? Always feel comfortable to just ask questions. That it's better to ask them to not do something right. You know what I mean? Like, just ask them. Don't. It's your name. It's your job. It's your career on the line. Ask the questions. And she loves your accent, by the way. How cute.
Thank you.
You're so cute.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm trying to read these. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to and read. Oh, what school is she in? She goes to Arkansas Elite Welding Academy out of that's Quitman,
But
correct? How far away is that from Conway?
it's about a 45-minute drive.
Oh, it's not bad. And that's off, is it off a major highway?
No.
So I'm trying to think because I remember when they had ice storms out there. Ice storms, I know you get them in Conway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised we haven't had any freezing rain, but it's coming.
February.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
won't be there in February, but yeah.
So today was actually 7 years ago that I had moved to Arkansas. And I've been here for a year now. So that's funny. It just popped up on Facebook. And one of the first things that happened to us was get into an ice storm. I never even heard of an ice storm before. Okay, girl, I'm from California. It we go to the mountains to ski. Like there's no ice here. It's desert. We've been in a heat wave for like 4 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I ask about the roads because at one point last year I was stuck in a blizzard. They had a blizzard come down out of Fort Smith through, oh my God, I forget what the town was, but it went right through Boonville and it was like a total whiteout and you could not drive on the roads and they shut the highway down, 217. And I was just sitting there, two-wheel drive truck, like really? So I know on some days it's just impossible to get anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not fun. Let me see. Hey, Vera Welds, we're all here for each other. You're next, girlfriend. You are next. Ooh, Shelby Spiral says, I've had 2 years in the field. I can't wait to tell you all the tips and tricks. Keep kicking ass.
Oh,
I love that. Ah, see Mike out of Arizona. I'll always be there to answer questions. That's one you should follow.
that's awesome. I think I am following him.
He's awesome. He's a mentor for mine. He's also part of the World Mafia, so he is. Let me see. Do I even have the hat? It's in my truck. But he always has answers, and if he doesn't have them, he will tell you who to go to.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, he's a great one to have on there.
Okay.
Future plans. We already talked about this. So, do you guys have any questions as far as the school is concerned? Please say hi. Oh, All Around Metalwork says, do you have access to a machine at home?
No, my dad has a little machine. I don't know what it is, um, but I haven't played with it yet.
It probably, if it's a little machine, he probably has like a gasless flux core. Not
Oh,
the same. I'm,
oh,
I'm assuming you do flux core with gas, so it's not the same. It's a pain in the butt. So, but you could still work on positioning, though. That's usually a lot of it is positioning.
could play around with it.
Yeah. Let me see. Flux core is so fun. It's like stick and MIG combined, in my opinion. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Hmm.
I remember my first time too. Oh yeah, I'm just reading. Arc flash, hard to figure. Mike, what are you talking about? I had the same issues when I was young. What issues did you have? Oh, yes. Do you have, are they teaching you TIG in your program?
No,
No.
no. I wish I was learning TIG. I
Is
have.
that part of the structural or no, that is not?
It's not, and I have some friends that are doing TIG, and I'm like, let me see her. Let me see it, and I want to try to do it. So, was it yesterday or the? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. One of my buddies let me play around and like try to figure it out, and I was horrible at it. And he was like trying to show me the hand motion and stuff, and I was horrible, but it was fun just to play with. I would really
Yeah.
like to do that.
Are you going to go back to do one of their other programs?
I don't think so.
No? You're just going to go out in the field?
Mm, well, yeah,
I'm so excited for you. You're going to enjoy it. I
I'm
love it.
I'm excited to see what I can do whenever I leave school.
Yeah. You're going to
But
be leaving school around my birthday.
uh,
Yeah. Mike says you need to learn TIG. Yes. Yes, you should learn all the processes. Ah,
you okay?
yeah, I almost dropped my notes. Sorry. I'm like precariously leaning on my bed, trying to look at my phone and look at my notes at the same time and answer the phone.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. What's your WFS and temp for your flux core horizontal? What are your settings?
Um,
Are you running 045 wire?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think I had it at 22.0 and 260.
Uh-huh. And what is your motion you're using?
I'm just going straight across.
You're just dragging.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So you're not holding your sides maybe a little bit not long enough. That's usually what the issue is with my students. they're going a little bit too fast, so it's not building up behind the weld.
Yeah.
Slow it down, girlfriend.
I know.
Slow it down. Now, do they teach you on getting comfortable?
Uh-huh. Yeah. That was one thing that I had a instructor come in my booth today and was like, okay, let's move some things around and try to set you up. And we ended up taking my plate off of the table and retacking it a different way, and which that helped a lot.
Yeah, it's
So,
very important to get comfortable, especially when you're learning.
hmm
uh you're not always going to have that, but once you learn,
Right.
you can do it in any position, then you see like all those memes and you completely understand what they're talking about. Like, get as comfortable as possible. I have pictures of like students sitting on the table, their arm up on the bar, because when I walk up, like, I'll have my arm on the bar, I'll be leaning against the table, my feet will be crossed, and I'll be welding, looking at the pool. I'm like, you can do it however you want to here. Get comfortable, learn the motions, and you're going to build muscle memory. So when you go out in the field, you're going to be able to do it in any position possible. You won't even have to worry about it. It's just going to be like autopilot.
Yeah,
So get comfortable.
there are some crazy ones on TikTok of them and how like they get under pipes, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And that's one thing I worry about, but I mean, what you're saying makes sense. So,
Let's see. Kenny says, congrats on passing.
oh,
Kenny's should follow him. He makes cool little barbecue things.
okay, I will follow. Ooh, I love barbecue.
All around metalworks. He says, best advice I have is to be versatile, get the best multi-process machine you can afford, and practice all the processes. I agree. I agree. I have a lot of friends who just weld in one process or the other. So I think it's kind of important, like when you go to school, to learn as much as possible. Use all their consumables and get as much experience as you possibly can. Ask all the questions.
Do y'all have recommendations on machines?
Let's see. What do I use here? Okay, so I at my house I have a Forney 140 MP, super tiny, multi-process machine, a MIG stick flex core. And
Okay.
then I have a Thulium. It's another MP, the same processes. We have a Lincoln MP at the school. That one, it runs about 1,500, so not necessarily. I mean, it's a cool little machine. I actually did Skills USA with it, so it works really, really well. But not everybody has, what is it, 800 to 1,500 bucks to drop on a machine for home.
Right.
So I like the Forney. I like the Thulium just because it's small. You can use it just to do, like, even here I do art. I've taught with it. Um, it's under $1,000, which is nice, but it depends on what you're going to go into. I want to get just a strict TIG machine. And I think I'm going to look into the Everlast because Missy, you hear that Everlast green? But I've seen such great reviews on it. You just have to like pay attention to who are like the best in those industries and look at what they're using at home. Granted, they probably have more time and resources into buying it, but ask them like, what would you recommend for a multi-process? I love the Forney. I just love it for students who are especially just barely getting into the industry because it has the multi-processes. Now, of course, I want to have like a big old Bobcat for my truck, or an SA 200. Like, I want that, but I don't have the money for that right now. You know what I mean? So I still have to go to pipe welding school myself. So it's just nice. There's so many machines out there, and don't let anybody tell you one way or another. Just look at the reviews. Let me see. All around. Oh, yep. He's preaching. Any of you guys welders in Texas? Nope. This is Arkansas and California, baby. You still have what? Your straps from 16 years ago? Is that what you're talking? Oh my God, that's cool. That's what you're talking about, dude.
That's awesome.
See, I'm not the only one, dude. That's awesome. See, even Letty still has her test plates from school too. Yeah, I just had one of my students, he took like like a pile of them. He was like, I'm taking them home. Okay. Like, I encourage them, take them home, take pictures. Like, it's progress. You know what I mean? In a year,
Yeah.
you're going to like find it in a drawer or outside, and you're going to be like, oh my God, look how good I am now. Like, you're going to impress yourself. Trust me. That's cool. You can make a necklace. Imagine. would be all pimped out, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now, what size strap are you guys? Is it?
It's 1 inch and
Hey,
6 inch.
Alex. Oh, okay. That might be a little too heavy for a necklace.
Yeah.
Ballad 08 says, how long is the program in Arkansas? I'm pretty sure that's the school my boyfriend was looking into. Is it good? You can answer that one.
It is a very good school to go to. The programs differ though. Different programs are different amounts of time and hours. So I'm not sure on all of them. I know the structural program was 10 and a half weeks, which I just looked on their website. I'm gonna have to talk to them, but they updated their website recently, and so it says 18 weeks now. And I think they're gonna change the programs and um, where you learn more.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you get the opportunity to work on the simulator? Is that part of yours?
What's a simulator?
You're so cute. I love you. Okay, so when I okay, so when I went to that program, they had an outdoor simulation. Like it was all pipe connected to kind of emulate what was going on in like a field
Yeah,
situation.
I know what you're talking about now. I don't get the chance to work on that because I'm not doing pipe of any kind. Uh,
Oh.
but yeah, they have days where the instructor will go outside with them and they'll all get down on the pipe. And yeah, it looks really fun though. I'm like, man, I kind of
It
wish
is.
I,
I had the opportunity to work on it actually. When we did the tour, we were all over the place there. We have video of us. I think we're TIG welding on it.
oh, wow,
And then my girlfriend was learning how to walk the cup. Like we were all over the place.
that's awesome.
We're a nightmare. We're like, come on, let us weld.
That's awesome.
We're all excited about it. I'm telling you, that school's awesome. And you know, he's going so fast. We're just like running amok. So we're trying to get as much as possible. And there's like 20 people there, and we're trying to like take up as much time as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that place. But yes, it is. To answer your question, it is probably two of the best schools that I've seen. You know, aside from Arkansas Elite Welding Academy and Precision Welding out of Houston. I I mean, only because I've been there and I've seen the students that come out. Like, you're in a very, very good school right now. They definitely take care of you.
They do.
Missy said, use a work light if it's hard to see in the booth.
Oh,
Well, are you having issue seeing the puddle?
yes. And I've
What kind?
like cleaned my lens and everything.
You what?
I said I've cleaned like my lens and like we have, the new ones, the clear ones. I get
Hmm.
new ones a lot. But yeah, and I wear my glasses because I didn't wear my glasses at first because like I can see just fine, but like I have a little bit of astigmatism.
Yeah.
And so now I wear my glasses when I weld and that helped a lot. But yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing. So I didn't know that I could get a light.
Hmm. What kind of hood are you using?
I don't know. Just a
Hold on.
me.
Are you using like a fancy hood? Are you using like a pipeline? Are you using like a scoop? Like, hold on. Let me see. I have mine here right now, actually. You're not using this kind of hood, are you?
No. No.
All my stickers. It's all dirty.
Cool. Can you
And
see some of
then oh,
those?
the other one, it's just a flip down. It just has the little glass, and
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
have a little leather on it. Yep.
Yep, that's what I'm using.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that takes a little. Mine flips up, so I don't have to worry about not seeing. You know, I just flip it up, look at the puddle, drop it down. But when you learn a little bit more, you're just gonna know to like your hand's gonna go in one direction. So it'll just take practice. That's all it is. You won't even have to worry about. You're gonna see it. Just don't move your hand. Your arm will learn the muscle memory. I promise. Oh,
Awesome.
all around metalwork says use both hands. Do you use both hands?
Um, yeah, well, I guess it depends on what,
The process.
yeah.
So stick welding, do you use both hands?
Yes, it depends sometimes it depends on my position and what I'm welding, but sometimes I do use both hands. And if I don't use it to help guide the stick, then I'll just, hold it like this. And then for the other one, I just kind of help. drag it. I don't really actually hold it like that.
Yeah.
If that answered
Do
anything.
they encourage you to do it with one hand?
Um, no.
Oh no,
Do
I'm a
I,
stickler about it. I
do
am.
I
I'm a stickler about it because when you get into flux core, it's so hot, and I know we brace our hands, and at some point, like the plate is like 600 degrees, and they're like, "It's burning hot," and I'm like, oh, "Okay, if you used one hand, you know, it just takes a lot to build up that muscle. Your arm gets so stinking tired when you're learning it." So I
mhm.
encourage them to just use one hand with all the processes, and so they get used to it. Especially, it's helpful when you're doing overhead and you're not
Okay.
dropping all that crap on you and burning the hell out of your arm and clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all the scars from that
I,
too.
yeah. Arm
Being
cramp.
comfortable is key. Do you have scars?
Yeah, well, let's see. I don't know if you can see them. My arm right now is
All
all attached.
pocked up.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you stop though if you get burnt?
Yes, it depends on how bad I'm burning. But
You'll learn to be hard headed.
yeah, that's what Saki said. Saki has like this big old scar on his hand, and he was telling us that he was doing overhead and he was putting in a root and he didn't want to stop, and he said it was burning him like crazy. It burnt through and like got the meat, and he didn't stop the whole time. And
Mm-hmm.
big old scar now. I was like, oh, so I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't. I don't know that I could do that.
I won't say you won't, but like when I was learning flux core, it was my first time ever running it in college, and I didn't necessarily understand how hot it was. I just didn't think about it because with stick, you're learning it's a lot more aggressive than MIG welding. So your clothes are burnt up, your hair is burnt up, your arms look like you're a druggie, and eventually you get used to it. And so I just assumed when I was learning flux core that, hey, it's going to be the same thing, right? Oh no, girlfriend. 24/5, dude, is hot as hell. And I remember doing overhead and I just let it burn through and I just like shook my arm thinking, no big deal. Well, that molten metal burned through my welding jacket, through my FR shirt, and onto my. I still have the scar. This was like 3 years ago, right? So it burned through my clothing and it like made a third-degree burn in my arm, and I still finished the weld because I'm that stinking hard headed too, because I wanted to get my certification before all the other students, which were all men. And so I did it and I stopped and I finished. Great weld, right? Well, I had to stop because my arm was shaking so bad because I had burned this huge gaping hole and it was right here. Yeah, and I still have the scar. And I hadn't, okay, so I'm not a little bitch at all, right? I walked away and I was like, holy moly, that freaking hurt. And I was like thinking, what was I thinking? That like what I have no idea. So like I
Yeah,
definitely am with you. Like the temp completely different. I was just like trying to be a badass and oh no, girlfriend, it was awful.
that's funny. At least you did it.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll do that again. One of my students, they're running their plates for certification, and I think he's like, I don't know, eight, maybe in his eighth pass, and he's like, "Oh, my hand!" I like gave him. I have like a thermal grip for my hand that like reduces the heat, and he was like, "Oh my God, I didn't want to stop, but look at my hand," and his hand was like fully red. I go,
Oh,
you know what? Don't stop. Like you're just gonna have to man up, dude, because you're in the middle of a test. Like sometimes
yeah.
you just can't.
Yeah, I know I've burnt my fingers because like when I get to the end and I'm on stick and I'm like I don't want to stop because I'm almost there and it's just getting smaller and smaller and my whole left glove is like hard.
Right. From all the heat,
Yeah,
all shrunken up little baby fingers.
yeah, I like to move it, but it's fine. I just think
Fokker Sebs, he said that being comfortable is key. Yes.
that's what they say.
And it is true, but don't get comfortable, too comfortable. That's why I like to switch it up in class. I make them do it one-handed. I make them do it left-handed. I try to get them all kinds of uncomfortable. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. They're
It's,
like, we're all going to this school now. You suck.
no, you're getting them ready for the real world.
I'm trying. Our program is really, really fast. It's just a course, like I'm trying to do a lot of processes similar to what it's almost similar to what you guys are doing. It's three processes and it's really fast and it's 2 days a week. And I'm trying to get as much in there as possible. And like my friends, they tell me when I post stuff, they're like, do it left handed, do it on the ground. So I try to add something new all the time.
That's funny.
Being comfortable, it's not always about comfort, okay, man? Bracing too. Bella says bracing is major also.
Everlast.
Oh, you see? Everlast, that's two, right?
Okay.
Everlast for a home machine, Everlast, get
Yeah.
at me. Yeah, if you go through, oh, yes, I'm gonna go with you, Missy, I promise. But if you do, go check those out. You know, the ones you can go back to this and we'll put a link to all these different machines that you can go check out too.
Okay. Awesome.
I use Lincoln Electric, but a Miller one is good for starting. But not everybody has Miller money. That's the problem, especially with students, unless you have, I mean, it's rare to find a Miller for under $1,000 though. You know, that's the problem. And I know some of my students just from 6 months ago, they're not even welding, you know, so why are you going to invest in something that you're not necessarily 100% invested in doing for the rest of your life, you know? Get it to practice and then you can work your way up to a big boy machine or a big girl machine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everlast. All right, you guys, we get it. Everlast. We love it. Everlast, get at me, man. Oh, look it.
So
I'm
fun.
ordering a new Everlast MIG stick and TIG for around 2,500. Yeah, yeah, get me one too.
Ooh, me too.
We'll take three. Goodness gracious. So let's see. So what do you think would be your advice for somebody who would go into if they wanted to go to Arkansas Elite Welding Academy? Like what is some advice you would give a woman?
Do it. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Because that's what I did, and I'm glad I did. Because I, had no clue what I was doing, and so I took the tour. I watched all the videos that T-Bird has out there, and T-Bird wants you to tour other schools. He wants you to, get out there and see what's right for you. And his school's amazing, so that'd be my advice.
Oh, that is true. If the Godfather Bob Moffat blesses those straps, you keep them for life. You're gonna have it like tattooed on your arm. I would make a necklace out of that for sure. Heck yeah, I get it. That is true. I think I've seen so many different programs and like there's Tulsa Welding School out here and there's so many schools. There's so many schools. I know I have so many friends that have some type of like welding school or welding classes, but when I went to that school, I was just so impressed with the support and the fact that they tell you everything. I could only imagine them teaching. You know what I mean? Like they're just so about the support system and very thorough. And they don't stop at just teaching. You know, they always have resources for you to come back to get a job or to placement. And I've seen like the videos how they're sitting on the computer and trying to do
Yeah.
they're calling up companies.
Mhm.
They talked to you about that part yet?
No, but that's part of what I have to do before I graduate. That's job placement. So I've talked to people, but I haven't actually talked to an instructor about doing it yet. But I know once I pass all my stuff, like I'll have to do it. But they say it's hard because I think,
Really?
yeah, I think they give you. I don't know if it's how many you have to call per day,
Hmm.
but when I talked to one student, he was calling. He had to at least make 40 calls that day.
Wow.
Yeah. So
But I bet you he got a job though, right?
I don't know. I didn't know. I hadn't talked to him since,
We're
but
just talking numbers here. You're calling 40 people at least some, but you're going to get in the door of one of those places. That's
right.
smart.
I don't know, if that was per day or if that's 40
Total.
total. Yeah.
Oh, right. Right.
But yeah,
Someone wants to do underwater welding. I'm so excited. I'm like living vicariously through you. I
I
love the fact that you're going to this school. Like, I'm so stoked for you.
thank you. I'm
Uh,
excited. I like it. I don't dread it. Waking
yeah.
up. I love going. So,
Awesome. That means they're doing their job, man. Seriously.
hmm yeah. And what's awesome is, now that we have some new students, there's like a wide range in age. There most of them are kids coming out of high school, 18 through 20. But now that we've got some new students in there, um, I don't know how old the oldest one is, but um, probably in their 40s. So
Don't you dare say that's old.
saying that's all. Saying that's all.
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. Oh, Biddy.
No, no, but for not, for coming to school and learning, I think
I
that's
can
all.
still do that. I promise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. If I don't go to that school, I'm going to Houston. Like I am determined to go to one of those schools.
that's awesome.
Missy Weld says schools have the worst booth lighting. My God. Oh yeah. Now, how are your booths formed over there? How big are they?
Ooh, girl, I call it a rolly ranch. You think I know the dimensions? I have no clue.
Oh my God, I love you.
Like this much. I don't know. They're pretty spacey. I mean, there's enough room in there. I might have, you know, 3 or 4 guys in a booth talking at once. Like we all go in and check out each other's welds.
Oh yeah,
There's enough room for, at least 4 to 5 people. So
sure. I've seen them all different. In my college, the booth was basically the width of the welding table. It's about 3 feet. And the only thing that was actually spacey about it is because we had the welding curtains in between, but nothing behind us. We had like a walkthrough behind us, and then our machines, we had Lincoln machines right like behind that. So there was like room to like get down and like do different positions. And then like at my own school that I teach right now, it's about 4 foot by 6 foot, maybe 5 foot by 6 foot. And then it like there's space on the outside too. Like it's pretty spacey. But I went to a college a couple weeks ago. Holy moly, girl. I am 5'9", and I was like, there's no way. It was like an elevator. Like it was so, I mean, like a one person elevator, not like, 10 people in the elevator. I was like, dude, I don't even want to weld in there. It looked like a cool program, but whew, no.
yeah, I get
Yeah.
claustrophobic in tat spots.
Do you?
Yeah, and that's one thing. Another thing I'm worried about is tat spots, and I'm afraid of heights. So I'm like, because I'm gonna have to get over that. So
Do they have anything like that to help you with heights?
mm-mm,
Oh no, you're just
mm-mm.
gonna have to get out there on the roof, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy, that'd be fun. But you know what? When you're getting paid, though, it's different. Like you just show up.
Right. Yeah, if I'm getting paid for it, I'll suck it up and I'll do it.
You
But
can freak out afterwards. Don't even trip. Like I'm afraid of heights, but I go. I don't even care. Like I remember working at where the casino in Oklahoma. Is it rolling? Choctaw. One of the Choctaw casinos, one of the newer ones. And there was a lift, like I don't it was like 4 stories up, and it was for 1, 2, 3, like 4 people. Holy moly. I was like, I don't care. I climb up it. Like, oops, sorry. I'm not supposed to say that. I did not do that. Um, I don't care. On the job it's completely different. Like here I don't necessarily want to do the heights thing, but when you're getting paid, it's a little different.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah. Rated R for Rachel. She says that she loves your accent. They love your accent.
Thank you.
No one here likes school booth lighting.
Hmm.
School booth welding is absolutely terrible, but getting a magnetic light definitely is useful. They're trying to encourage you to get some type of lighting so you could see your welds.
What kind of light?
Miller, well, I don't know if it'll work for that hood though. I would say Miller has a clip-on light that you can attach to your hood.
Oh,
Um, I don't know if it would necessarily work for your hood though. Girl, tape that shit on, like
yeah,
if that's what you need, man. Let me see. I know. Are you trying to keep up with them?
yeah.
Okay. Missy got the questions. What did she? I missed it, you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, all around metalwork says I meant learn to weld with either hand if you're in goofy, tight spots, you might have to be ambidextrous. Yes, I'm
Mhm.
ambidextrous. Are you ambidextrous? Yes. Yep.
No, I've tried holding it with my left hand.
Are
I
you
think
shaky on your, so you're right-handed. Are you shaky with your right hand? Oh, I would say I'm shaky with my right hand, and I'm right-handed, but
really,
I actually weld better left-handed.
really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I have to be more conscious of holding it because it's, well, I've been left-handed for 24 years. My daughter's left-handed. So, you got to teach your kids.
Yeah, my son's left-handed, but
Mm-hmm. Ambidextrous for the win, girlfriend. And if you had a welder at home, you could practice too.
that's true. Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't teach you that. You
No,
should show up,
um,
and then your instructors give you like, "Hey, look at you."
there there was one guy that I was talking to, I think it was today.
Hmm.
He's like 200 hours ahead in his curriculum, and
Hmm.
so they were like, "Yeah, use your left hand." So they're making him use his left hand. So maybe with pipe, it's probably different in that they want you to use your left hand on some spots. Um, but as far as stick and Meg,
I do it. We're not teaching pipe. It sounds like it's a similar program to what you're learning right now, and I make them do it. Yeah. Because, I want them to at least get comfortable with it. They may not be like super proficient in it, but at least be comfortable. So in a pinch on the field, hopefully they'll feel comfortable to use their left hand if necessary. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. Yeah, start practicing that for sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, Retta Woods. She said flux core is so hot. That shit burns through everything.
Yeah.
Lord. We love flux core though. It's fun. It says it burns through my glove but doesn't even burn a hole. Good grief. Oh, I know. I come home and find random burns on my neck and shoulders from damn flux core.
Mm-hmm.
Missy burnt my ass cheek first time ever. 13 years of welding. It finally happened. Good thing I did. Oh my
That's funny.
God. Good thing I didn't have a nut sack. Well, goodness.
I actually
That would have sucked.
I didn't have the so I had like a um my mask on, but it's one of those that go around your neck like a gator.
Yeah.
I had one of those on, and I was doing overhead, and this was with stick, and I had like this button, but I didn't have the top button, and I thought
Oh
I
no.
my brother was like, he told me before school, he was like, oh, make sure you button that top button, and I didn't button it because I forgot, and oh, I burnt my nipple.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh my god, it was.
I think we all just grabbed our boobs right now. Sorry, guys. Holy moly. I think that's worse than a nutsack. I'm just saying. Oh my God.
Yeah, it hurt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I stuck myself with a tungsten the other day on there. I had a big old burn mark. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell. I don't know if I was talking to somebody and I just turned and I wasn't paying attention when I had the TIG torch in my hand. And I was like, holy crap. Oh yeah, and I didn't realize till I got home. Big old burn mark. Super awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't wearing a welding jacket. Like right now, I'm not doing very much welding because they're testing and every booth is taken up. So it's either I'm helping them, I'm running back and forth, and there's just no time to do it. And
Hmm.
so I was just like messing around in the TIG booth, and I have no idea how I did that. I burned. I burn all the time. Missy would have been way worse as a dude. I don't know. A nut burner. We like that. We're stupid.
Funny.
A Miller on Craigslist. Oh yeah, that's true. One of my friends used to go to like the pawn shops.
Hmm.
I know for my old shop, we got a really nice plasma cutter for $500, and it was like a $2,000 machine. So that's another place you can look is pawn shops. They are big in Arkansas.
They are.
I know.
They are. They are big in Arkansas.
Yeah, they are. That's true. I didn't even think about that.
They are.
I never go on Craigslist anymore. There's Marketplace. Marketplace for the win. Miller has refurbed. That's true.
It is cash up front. you have to pay all of your tuition before your start date. That was the next question.
Oh, I can't even see it yet.
Oh.
Cash up front. Hey, look at who's on here.
I see instructors.
It's
That's
Instructor Saki. Bates Gangle Leather says, will your certs be transferable from state to state or just job specific?
ooh, that's a good question. I have no clue.
You're getting an AWS cert. So that's what I got in
Oh,
Arkansas. And
okay.
yeah, you can use them all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. American Welding.
That's awesome.
It's not just specific for the state.
Oh, that's good.
Missy, I'm gonna call this woman. What? I'm still like lost in what you guys are talking about. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. Freak out after the paycheck comes. Oh yeah, with the burns.
Oh,
Oh, and the height.
height. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You won't even worry about it, girl. When you see your paycheck, you're like, whatever. I'll take it. Keep the money. When you realize how much they take in taxes, Bill. Oh, yes. You guys are funny. You guys are on it with the comments tonight. Oh my God.
Oh no, Allie. I felt the pain there.
Oh yeah, we did too, man. Girl. So what do you got going on tomorrow? Are you going to school tomorrow?
Yes.
And what are we working on?
We are working on vertical tomorrow. Vertical.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in flux core?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yay. You're gonna like it. I think that vertical up is the easiest in all the processes. I think that's the easiest for doing it.
Really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Vertical
Yeah.
up sucks. But for that one, yeah, it's
I
easy.
was trying not to get pissed off today, but I was getting super pissed off. I was like, man. So,
Were
but
you really?
yeah, 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 because I was like, so I figured out why I was doing it, but like my machine towards the end, it was like it was popping,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't like, and then it would just mess it up, and I was like, man, like, and it wouldn't pop on anything that was, like my filler or anything like that. It was just my cap, and I'm like, oh God. So, but I think we figured out like I was just whenever I get towards the end, instead of like keep going straight, I would just angle it.
You
And
start veering.
hmm
Uh-huh.
so I got it figured out now.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, Missy is out of control tonight. We love you though. Look at her. She's telling, look at this. Do it downhill and be like, teacher, come see me. Now, Saki is on here right now watching her instructor. So when she does that, we're blaming you, Missy. I'm just saying. Missy told her to.
What
Missy is out of control.
I wrote down here?
You're fired.
Oh,
You guys are wild tonight, dude. Oh my goodness, you're cracking me up.
that's funny.
She's crazy. You know that girl's in Canada. It's so. Let me see. What time is it? I have no idea. I don't even know. I can't see on my phone. I think Missy had more than two whiskeys. I know what she had. Just saying.
Just no drinks.
It ain't drinking. Now, did you look at any other schools before you went to Arkansas Elite?
No.
No, that was it.
Yeah, no. My brother told me about there's one that is 30 minutes away from where I live. 30 to 45, about the same.
10, 20.
It was like, yeah, don't go there. So, okay.
What about I went to ATU in Ozark. That's in Russellville, correct? That's where I graduated.
No,
So
Ozark is,
no. Ozark is in Ozark, but ATU, just a university, the main campus is in Russellville, correct? Now, how far is that from you?
um, well, I think Ozark is about 45 minutes from Russellville, about.
Yeah.
So, probably be about an hour and a half or so.
And how far are you from Quitman?
45 minutes right now.
Oh, so much. And I don't necessarily know how the program was. I'm just curious, like just for people who are checking out, because Arkansas State University is in Russellville, you guys, and that's the college that I went to. I did the welding tech, but I did it in Ozark, and then the main campus is in Russellville,
Hmm.
and they also have a welding program there. I don't know anything about it. I just know the Ozark program.
There's also one in Morrilton that I forgot about. Morrilton, Arkansas. Arkansas.
I know, and I actually know a girl who went there. She was the granddaughter of one of the girls that I worked with in Boomville, and she's excellent. Like she was welding right out of high school, and she's doing a lot of competitions with that school,
Uh-huh.
and
That's,
she's working in the field right now. So I heard that was excellent too. I don't necessarily remember the name, but I'll look it up and I'll link it all up for you guys. So if anybody's in Arkansas and they're interested in looking at for schools, we'll do the research because I'm real familiar with the state, unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I love that state and all its ice storms.
yeah.
You guys are funny.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's 10:25 in New York. Oh my word, New York is on here. What up, Bill? You guys are funny. I'm trying to think what I need to ask you. Let's see. Advice as far as entering the program, just do it. Do you recommend doing your homework on research? You
Yeah.
have like people that are telling you it's the best of the best. So you
Right.
are actually blessed that you went to one of the best.
Yes. Do your research. T-Bird even tells you to do that.
Yeah.
I know in our tour he was like, do your research, research our school, research other schools, go tour other schools. Like he wants you to go out and tour other schools. That way, when you're going there that that's what you want.
Yeah.
Um, which it was wonderful. So just the tour alone was wonderful.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I have really good instructors. And I'm grateful that I have them to help me because they push me and they want me to be a good welder. So they're like,
Yeah.
you're a woman, you're gonna do this. We're gonna be harder on you. So which I appreciate a bunch, because I want to be good. I don't want them to just to pass me because I'm a girl. So
Well, and it's their name on the line too. If you go
right.
out in the field and you have
Mm,
subpar welds or you don't know what you're doing, like people are going to know, oh, yeah, I went to that school. So it's their name on the line. We
mm,
want you to be the best that you can be. You know what I mean? With what the time allotted of your school. So,
yeah, and T-Bird will tell you in the tour, all of his employees have years of experience of welding. Um, and even the office ladies have, so many years of college and degrees and stuff. Like he hires people, you know, that he wants to put his name on. And so definitely instructor Saki was on here, but yeah, like he can show me anything, and it's crazy because I can have one instructor come in, which they're all wonderful, but and they might explain it one way, but Saki will come in and he'll like explain the science behind it and stuff like that to me, and I'm like, oh, okay,
makes
makes
sense.
yeah. So um, it's nice having a wide variety of instructors because then you find out which ones you learn better with,
Right.
which is awesome.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely, I think, just being an instructor myself, it's hard to be able to evolve with every different personality. And when it makes you a really good instructor, when you're able to like, make sure your personality changes with each person because everybody's different. Everyone's going to learn differently. I mean, I was having an issue with one very stubborn student, and I just had to step back for a minute, and eventually you figure it out. As a skilled welder, you will figure it out, and it's our job to make sure that we articulate it to you so that you can get it. And it doesn't necessarily work the first time, but if they come in, like maybe hearing the science about it helps, or maybe showing helps, or telling helps, or a video helps. So that's nice that you have an instructor who will work with you like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. They're going crazy tonight. My 2 cents is buy a welder and weld everything. Yes. Yeah. No, seriously, it's super smart. Just do it. You know, get in there, do it. Weld it all. Especially at home. If you make a mistake, no one's gonna see. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Missy says now you got all of us too. And that's the point of the syndicate is you have the
Hmm.
ladies that are coming through the syndicate, reach out to them. You know, if you see someone who's doing art like Letty or Missy, she's working on a car and TIG welding out of Canada, or Sarah, she's also a structural welder. She's just a wealth of knowledge. You know, like the women that are coming through, I'm trying to highlight women of all different walks of life and all different processes and all different professions so that someone could eventually relate, you know?
Yeah.
So
And you know, Chris, um, I, I forget her name, melt metal artwork or something like that, maybe. I
I
think,
don't.
I think she was on, I swear, I think she was on your, I followed her through you, I think. I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm all
Oh,
Chris. It's a woman.
uh-huh.
I don't know.
No?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Never mind. It's okay.
No, we'll link it. But what about
Well,
her?
anyways, I thought she was part of the syndicate too, but she
She
had
may be now. We're bringing you in, girlfriend.
she had made a post about having lupus, I think, and
Yeah.
you know, and how she didn't really want to talk about it on her page, and I was like, do it, like talk about it, because you know there are other women out there with autoimmune disease that you know that need that encouragement. So,
Christina?
is it Christina?
It's not art. I'm trying to think of who it is. Is it? It's not stilettos and steel toes, or is
No,
that her?
I swear it's Chris. I'll have to like tag her.
Okay. No, but that's real though. Like if you're able to be upfront and honest about certain things, there's somebody that's going to relate. Trust me, like we all have our own situations going on and we just want to have a little girl gang, you know, so a support group. It's rough in this industry. It really is. And if you don't have that good support group, it's going to discourage you from continuing. You know what I mean? So, see, yeah, now you got all of us. Tiff got skills when it comes to teaching. Girl, I don't know about that. But thank you. I love that. My teachers, my students are probably pissed off that I'm making them bevel now. No, that's all we have. You guys gotta love the beveling.
Oh,
We're killing it. Going to jump off. Keep killing it at school, Tiff. I'll be looking for your upcoming Devin Miller live. Oh my God, I don't want to do a live. I only give them. I don't want to do it. I'm just kidding. You're only as good as your staff. Hey, and that is no joke. Like you definitely have a super support system at that school.
mm-hmm.
So
That's
I
very.
we were trying to go through when you get a degree in welding, they basically tell you, like, I had discovered that I wanted to go into pipe welding because I love stick welding, absolutely love it. And so I wanted to continue with this school. Well, in Arkansas, they just assumed that you know everything to be known about stick welding and pipe. Well, we didn't even get into it really in the program. I didn't even get to pass my 6G. And so I found AWA and I was like, I really, really want to go to that school. So I wasn't able to get the grant that Arkansas allows because I had the degree. So Misty actually advocated on my behalf. She went to the state of Arkansas and wrote a letter of recommendation and she talked to them and they wouldn't budge. We went back and forth for like a year and I was like, man, so still, I want to go through their pipe welding program. I
That's
want it.
good. I think you should.
Yes, I agree. Yes. It says, don't be afraid to ask questions and get a good mentor. It's very important. Oh, meltdown. Yeah. Bob, you're mine. Don't make yourself available. I need to get some shit done. Don't. Missy, you are on it tonight. Oh my goodness. Hey, what if I have questions? I'm asking Bob. I'm gonna take them. Oh yes, meltdown metal art.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I
Yeah.
thought that's who she was talking about, but there's so many, dude. Hi Sarah. We love you. Oh my god, you just woke up. Girlfriend, I hope you're not working tomorrow. 10:30. Isn't it 10:30 over there? I just woke up in time.
Over here or where she's at?
No, she's in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bob is the guy to ask. I'm just teasing. I'm not going to steal him, I promise. I got Mike. I got Mike. I got Oh my god, I have so many. Oh, yes, 10:30. No, off tomorrow. Oh, thank God. Yeah, see, these girls are all in the syndicate. Like these are all like the ones that you can go to like to ask questions. They are just a wealth of knowledge, dude. And
Aw-
they're super sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions about Arkansas Elite Welding Academy, please feel free to send them through.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it right now? I don't
Um,
want to keep you too late. I know I have you later time, so I don't want to keep you too late.
it's 9:35 right now.
Oh yes. Holy moly, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't want to step on another one that was going through, so
No,
I was like, please, dear Lord.
that's okay.
Do you have any questions you want to ask any of them right now? You're going through, let's see, vertical up tomorrow, flux core. You guys have any advice for her on that? Sarah Jean is awesome. You're supposed to be leaving now. I like the fact that they stay. Just stay. A couple more minutes won't hurt nobody. North Dakota. Oh, it's 9:30 in North Dakota. Oh, that's the same as you as well.
Hmm.
Sarah said good luck.
Thank you.
Now, are you just learning the position tomorrow or are you certifying out?
I'm just learning it. If I pass, then hopefully I pass. But we just kind of, I guess we go until we get a good one. That's passable. Um, so
Now, how does it work for your days? I don't remember how they did their schedule. How many days a week do you go to school?
I go to school Monday through Thursday,
Mhm.
8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Hmm. And then
Love that.
our makeup days, where you can get extra hours, and that's from 7 to 12.
You guys are a nightmare. They are wild tonight. Missy, you're wild. Get a machine, weld all day and night, and do good things.
Okay. I need a
You
machine.
have to go. You have to go on his page. Like he makes the coolest little like There's like tabletop smokers. Super cool. I told him I want to make one, and he has a cute dog. Sarah says, just stay focused. I remember in school getting a little discouraged, but never let that stop you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah,
Sarah. Did
definitely.
you see did you see that interview?
I did. That was awesome.
Sarah's dope.
Mhm.
Yes.
I was like,
Follow what Sarah does, not me. Oh my God. She is crazy tonight. I love her. Goodness. So what is your, are you married?
no, not yet.
Oh, getting married.
He's dragging his feet.
Okay. Sorry, future hubby. What does he think about all this?
He's excited for me. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. He supports me, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, he supports it 100%. I thought it was cute this morning. Hopefully he won't hear me, but
Oh.
uh, I went to put my gloves on and I felt something. And he wrote me a little note telling me he was just, super happy with me and proud of me. And so
Mm.
sweet. I found it in my glove this morning when I went to get ready to weld, and I was like, oh,
That is dope, dude.
he's super
I
sweet.
love that you have that. Was
Hmm.
he like, did he question you when you told him, like, hey, I'm going to go to welding school?
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, where did that come from? Because that's not, I was like, I don't know. Me and my brother talked about it. I looked into it and I was like, so I'm going to go tour this school. And, he was like, okay. So I went and toured it and I fell in love with it already. So I was like, that's where I'm going. Like, I
Yeah.
there whenever I left and I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. And he doesn't put up with nothing, which I like that.
Who is that?
T-Bird, like he doesn't put up with anything.
Oh, no, no.
Like he takes his school very serious, and I was like, yeah, I like this. So
Oh, I love that. I love the fact that you're going to that school, dude. I'm so happy for you. I'm
thank
and I'm stoked that I came across you. The algorithm on Instagram right now is just on fire. Like it's so amazing to see it seems like women are showing up more often in media, you know, as far as just going to school, on advertising, social media pages, being highlighted, their welds, businesses. I just found locally, just locally, some women owned, not necessarily welding, but something about just getting diving more into like just the women owned and women only type situation. Ooh, I love it. I love the fact that they put your face on that. Like I'm happy. I love the school before and I love them even more so after. Like I'm just super stoked about that.
I
Random Nate, what up? I'm waving. Missy. Missy's wild tonight. Oh no, my sister's here. I better stop talking now. No, 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 you can talk. Just ask her a question. You guys are cute.
it's so funny.
See, you have a whole group of sisters in here. What is the homework load like for your program? That's a good question.
What do you mean?
Do you have any homework?
Well, we have to do the OSHA, but we don't have any outside homework. Other than, the occasional rating your instructor and giving feedback on instructors and stuff like that. But we have the OSHA. That's
Do
about
you have anyone locally, family member or a friend or, you know, future Instagram friend locally, like I don't know, or companies that you can go to locally to weld, just practice or just apprentice or, you know, like learn after hours while you're not at school?
mm-mm. I don't know anybody, anyways.
See, we have a lot of book work outside of class time. Are you getting a degree or are you going, what type of program are you in? This is Ella made it. I have no idea. I'm trying to follow multiple conversations here. You guys are funny. I know with my program, I did a degree and I had, holy moly, I was doing schoolwork for 2 years straight. That's how,
Really?
oh God, yeah. And
Yeah.
I do some, we have our own, like here we have an online supplemental program through Miller. It's a Miller open book. So when we're doing stick welding, I give them, I think I did 12 assignments online for them. And it's just to basically reinforce what they're learning as far as hood time in the booth. And then for every process, I do it. And then like basic electricity, the history, metallurgy. There's a lot of stuff. I want to have as much hood time as possible, but you know, like you said, everybody learns a little bit differently. So we try to. We also have a Hobart curriculum. So if we can't figure one program out, or if there's something that they can't learn in the booth, or they don't learn it from the online program, we also have videos in class that we teach to the students too. So try to give it to them multifaceted ways so they get as much information in the time allotted.
Good.
We have a lot of book work outside of class time. So you don't have any book work to do?
No. They have videos and stuff of um, how to do things
Mm-hmm.
that you have to watch before you go on to the next step. This was like the beginning of school,
Mm-hmm.
but
So you have classroom time as well?
no, just watching videos. And we just either they have a computer in there where we can go watch it, or we watch it on our phone.
Oh,
Uh,
got you, got you.
mhm.
And does that contribute toward your hours as well?
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
during the hours.
You guys are funny. My goodness. Well, I know it's getting late for you, and I don't want to keep you too long, but let's see. I'm trying to see. Words of wisdom. I know you said just do it, but I'm trying to think. I know you want to advocate for your school too, because I want to advocate for your school too. I love it. But let's see. Aside from attending school, what about advice for, although you haven't done it yet, taking your first steps into the field? Like what advice? Because I know you haven't done it yet, and I know not everybody has the opportunity to go to school and like have the job placement. But if you're talking to somebody, because I'm assuming you're loving welding already, and you want to stay in the industry, if they don't have the opportunity to go to school, what would you give some type of advice to someone
For them to,
get into welding?
well, then I would say if they want to get into it, then they should definitely find someone who welds so they can job shadow under, which I haven't job shadowed under anyone. Um, I just dove in head first. But yeah, I feel like watching people weld and actually getting to weld is completely different. Um, I like welding and like I don't know, like I don't like people welding on my plate. I'm like, no, let me do it. Like, just let me do it. I don't know. I don't really know of any like advice though.
That's cool. It's interesting that perspective because I know like some people they really learn through videos, right? And
Hmm.
some people they learn through just doing it. Like I have to just do it. You tell me something and I will do it. Some people they can do a little bit of both, but that's funny. I never think about that. I usually have my own like test plates when I go to practice with students, but sometimes I have noticed that like if I put a good weld, then they like look at it like they can't. If an instructor does it on a student's plate, it's really hard for them to emulate it. You know what I mean? I noticed that my some of my students have told me that that's not fair to do that because they can't make it look like that. This course I have, man, I have 10 really good students. Like I'm telling you, there's two of them that probably weld better than me. Dude, they're just holy moly, just naturally talented. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's funny.
my class before, they were just like, that's not fair. It's never gonna look like that. And I never thought about that, not welding on their plates.
Yeah, I told Saki coming there today, and like he ran one for me because I was having problems with the undercut, and I'm like, well, why don't mine look like that? What am
Yeah.
I doing wrong to where mine aren't looking exactly like yours? So, but no, I mean, it doesn't like annoy me or anything. Like I like watching him run the bead, or anyone watch running the bead,
Mhm.
but like I learn better if I do it and then like you watch me and tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
That's kind of my
You just
perspective.
opened my eyes right now on something. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, that makes sense though.
No, I'm like, can you just watch me? Can you watch me and tell me what I'm doing wrong? Because
Yeah.
I can see you doing it all day long, but
Right.
whenever I'm doing it, I feel like I'm doing it the same way you're doing it, but I'm not.
You'll get it. It's practice. I promise.
I
It's just
know.
practice. It's
Well, we talked
practice.
about women being hard on themselves,
Yeah.
especially, you know, with anything.
Yeah.
We're we're just like that. But I'm very hard on myself. I'm like, man,
That's okay. You know what that means though? You're going to be really good when you're done though because you push yourself to get through it.
yeah, I hope so.
You will. We're gonna make sure you will.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cute. Don't be so hard on yourself. A little bit of grace goes a long way, I promise.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's and it's true. Women are like that. We are very tough on ourselves because like it's just hard being in this industry as a woman. So we have to make sure we show up. We have to do better. We have to do twice as well as a man. So, and that's what society tells us. But you know what, girl, we're all human. So just give yourself a little bit of grace when you're learning. It's very important. Don't like give
Very,
yourself an anxiety attack or make yourself feel bad because look at your neighbor's weld. Seriously, come on now. Like I'm just saying.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So Ella Ella made it. She said, Associates in Welding Technology. I'm not in the program yet, but I have my prerequisite classes done. Program kids complain about the blueprint class. That is true. So you're doing it's a 2-year program. It's just different. You have to do like, you have your English and math and then you have your shop time. So she's just strictly going to a welding program.
Mm.
She doesn't have that other stuff. So she's going for a degree. Hi, guys. Faster, hotter, deeper. Yes. Hi. Sarah says, remember, everyone welds differently. I'll lay down a beautiful bead, and someone out there will find it ugly or bad, and some will say it's perfect. Very true. No, that's very true. And some are just jerks. You know what I mean? So, like, take in consideration, like, who's telling you what, and actually look at their welds and, just give yourself a little bit of grace. You're going to get it. And you're only a few weeks into welding, so it's going to be years before you're like this badass welder. So you're going to continue to learn and make the mistakes and you'll show up, girl. I promise. Especially if you're so positive about your school and you love it and you have the great support system, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true, Sarah. You're not going to please everybody. Whoa. Never mind about that. Alrighty then. What's the student to instructor ratio there?
Oh, 1 to 10.
That's awesome. And how many students attend that school?
Um, I think this morning we had new students start, and I want to say there was 54, I believe.
Holy moly, you guys have definitely expanded. That's amazing. Congrats to you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody is loving on your accent.
Which is funny. I don't recognize one.
Right there, huh? You're so sweet. She's being too humble. Oh my God, you're loved watching tonight. Looking forward to the next live. Good luck tomorrow, Makayla.
Thank.
Aw.
I need it.
Bedtime. This is a great thing you girls are doing. We need more women in this industry. I agree. Sarah is a badass.
She is.
Oh, see? Bob says force yourself to weld in uncomfortable positions. It helps develop better motor skills. Yes.
Okay.
Left-handed. One-handed.
Oh,
But we can't tell you that. It's not our program. That's just what I do. So you do what they're gonna tell you to do. And then like when I did my own program, I just pushed myself, like I would try different rods, I would try different metals, any like 'cause we had so many students at college. It's a big program, so there was always kids that were coming back to do testing, and I would try out, like they would have random stuff from their jobs and I would try it out. I have students now. I have one who works for he's working for the Marine base. He brings in aluminum rods, stainless rods, like he makes these huge what are they? I don't even know what they are. It's like 1 inch plate, and it's for the shooting ranges. And he brings it in, and we're messing with it. There's always some random something, and I don't care. I don't even know if I know how to use it. I will look it up and I will try it. That's when I start pulling in the mentors, like, hey, what do I do here? What do I do here?
that's
I just try.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Let me see. Mumster Dre, 32. I'm talking to you too soon, girlfriend. Yes, you're next too. Well, we need more women sharing their journey. I agree. So,
Definitely.
let's see. It's so inspiring. We need your story too. She has an adorable little girl.
Oh,
Yes. So, what do you think for your son? You think this is going to be the path for him?
I
Will
don't.
you introduce it to him?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
but I don't know. Gosh, he's so wild right now. I have no clue what he's gonna do when he gets older.
Uh-huh. How old is he?
He's 4.
Let's see. I taught 4 and 7-year-old girls.
Oh wow.
I have pictures of it on my Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
Just the introduction. Obviously, they're not structural welding or anything like that, but one of them, she ended up loving it so much that she just drew out an "I love you," and it was with a MIG gun. So it was super cute, and I was really impressed. She took to it really well. Her
That's,
sister, she was young and she didn't necessarily like the heat, but just the introduction of it, so that it's kind of a normal thing.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that my nieces will, see me doing this and realize that, that they can do anything that they want.
Yeah, absolutely. Girl power, dude.
Mhm.
Totally.
Yeah, I've got 3 nieces, so like maybe one of them will come out a welder. We'll see. Which,
Aw.
my brother's the one that introduced me into it, and so they're his girls. So maybe one of them will be a welder.
Oh, yeah. Bill says my 8-year-old loves to make sparks. How cute. Just the introduction of it. It's so funny that I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I I grew up crazy. I have a crazy background, but I had Barbies and I had Tonka trucks and I played in the dirt and I had a varied background, but like my parents, they didn't do anything like this. I'm like completely I have a couple cousins. I think they TIG weld a little bit, but this is definitely not normal for my family, like business owners, that's basically all that they do. And so for me to be like this some blue collar thug, like it's completely weird. So, but it's cool though. Like my grandma was older and she was a seamstress, and my grandpa was in the Navy and she had to take care of the whole family.
Mhm.
And this is not really that much different than what my grandma did, just basically doing everything. And I do just basically everything.
Mhm.
I think it's important for us to be very versatile, period, in our life. So, and welding is just not that abnormal to me. I just don't like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like we shouldn't be teaching our kids that, you know what I mean? Like you teach them baseball, teach them welding. Why
Yeah,
not? You know,
yeah,
teach them how to make things and be creative.
that's true. Did you see this comment?
Uh-uh.
It says we need kids t-shirts that say my mom's weld better than your dad.
Yes. Yes.
We do. That's funny.
I love that. That
Hmm.
would be adorable. Make it. We'll buy them.
For real.
That's cute. Kenny says my stepdaughter loves the let me see, loves the no machine and the no machine and the drill press.
The Mig.
Oh, got you, got you. Hold on. I'm gonna actually screenshot that. Can I screenshot that? That's a very good idea. Hold on. Oh my God, I hope I don't delete. No, I don't want to do it. Because what if it drops? That's just cute. Loves to make sparks. That is so cute. I'll put one on my cat. Yes. Adorable. She's wild. I'll put one on my dog. My daughter is an EMT, and then my son wants to be a professional baseball player. He'll be 18 in January. And then my baby, he's in wrestling right now. My son, he's like, what
Wow.
do I want to weld for? I don't want to weld. So not everybody wants to do it. I try. I
Yeah.
try to introduce welding to everybody. I don't care. You never know, at least the introduction, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I could have used that for sure.
Well, now you can be the one introducing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Does your husband weld?
No.
You're gonna teach him?
Maybe.
Husband, where's he at? Come on
He's in
now.
the room. Maybe when I get good.
You're gonna get there, we promise. We promise you're gonna get there. I'm so excited for you. I really, really I hope that works out for you as far as like job placement. But don't get discouraged if you don't find anything. Like just go and do the legwork. You know what I mean? Go
Yeah.
to your local welding supply, go to the tractor supply, talk to people, and then scroll the heck out of social media. Like there's a lot of people around you, especially in Arkansas. There truly is. They need people in the shop, you know, just to even just help with day-to-day, even non-welding tasks. You can get your foot in the door at any shop and just do the work. You know, if you want to continue to weld, do the work. You're going to have to get in there. Yes, praise the EMTs. Get in there and tell them, like, look, I'll sweep the floors. I started sweeping the floors. I ended up co-owning a fabrication shop. I was just basically the girlfriend, you know? And then I was handing him the wrench. And then I was doing full-on builds. And then, bam, 3 years, I was co-owner.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, yeah, you got to get your foot in there eventually. You're not necessarily going to break out as a professional welder right out of your class. You know what I mean? You're going
Right.
to have to continue to go to school and find a mentor and get an apprenticeship. So don't get discouraged. You already told me your last date, so I'm going to be messaging you before that, like, hey, hey,
Yes. December 7th.
that's all right, all right. And then 6 days. So I know now it's in my head because December is my birthday. So I'm going to know
When's your birthday?
the 13th.
Oh,
Yeah.
close to Christmas.
Too close, yeah. Momster Jerry, I feel so honored to step in ground of female welders, especially working moms. I feel like no one understands how challenging it could be. Yes.
That's very true. That's very true.
So we were talking about going on the road as far as like welding, if that was the opportunity. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Especially being with a younger child. It's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah. I don't think I can make it work with and be home, you know.
Right. I left for 6 years.
Yeah, God, I can.
6 years. They're older. My children
Yeah.
are definitely older. My daughter's grown and my sons, they live with their
Hmm.
father. But I was like, I took my shop from here in California to Arkansas. And then I ended up going to college and learned another process and I fell in another one and then just my life kind of evolved. So
Yeah.
it is not easy. I'll tell you that right now. But it's if you want it, there's a way to figure out everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And well, T-Bird also kind of talks about how, you know, networking and, you know, whenever you meet somebody, get their number, and he's like, that way jobs are always, you can always, message somebody and be like, hey, is there anything going on? So I've made friends with a lot of the guys out there, um, just to keep in touch that way, and have them on social media and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So that way I can always see what's up and what everyone's doing. If I ever need a job, I know who to ask and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't think I could go on the road right now. Mm-mm.
You're still new in it. You're still new at it. You might change your mind, or you might just find a really decent job local. Like there's a lot of work in the area, girl. You have a lot to come still. Yes, when there's a will, there's a way. And M. Ferrick said, you're going to have lots of ups and downs. Remember that struggling is not fun. The key to a successful career is remembering how not to struggle. Don't be afraid to change. Yep. Struggle. There's always a struggle. It's just how graceful you get through it. You'll get through it. Yep. Change is hard and scary, but it's mostly good. See, you guys are on it with the good advice tonight. Woohoo! Dang. You guys are dope tonight. Thank you. Definitely nailed it. Dang, I felt that one very heartfelt. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Hmm. You guys are awesome tonight. Mike nailed it. Yep, he did. See, you got a very nice audience tonight, dude.
Yeah,
They're on it.
I've had fun.
Yeah. Well, girl, what time is it?
It is 10:01.
Oh my God. Okay. It's almost there. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I appreciate it. We're gonna link up with your the oh my God, the links to your school and then some of the other ones locally in Arkansas, so that people, when they go and refer back to the interview, I want people to be able to see it. So
Okay.
I appreciate everything. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us. There's a lot of people that can help you, so don't feel like you can't do that. And if you have any parting words, we'd like to hear it.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on. Very nerve-wracking, but thank you.
You did a fantastic job. I told you. You know what? Someone is actually going to watch this and they're going to be like, even if they're not in Arkansas, they're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to do it too, because you're inspiring. You have such a great attitude about things, and you're just going to roll with the punches. You're new into your career and you're still happy and you're excited about it. It's nice to see. You know what I mean? It's very inspiring. And I hope this touches, even if it's not a woman, a man too. That's a very, very, very popular school, and people want to know, what the ins and outs are. And you pretty much just nailed it on everything as far as support and the
Awesome.
program and a day to day. So I appreciate that.
Yep, they are good. So if check out their website and watch their YouTube videos, and definitely tour the school before you make a decision. But I enjoy it. So
Yeah, good. I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you, girl.
go
And
out.
we're gonna end this now. Oh, and Frick says I will try to catch more, and Missy's a huge support. Thanks. You're a great support too. We appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone. So have a great night, girl.
All right, thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. Oh no, no.